morning, noobs. This is Rain here with the guide for Paladins. Now, I decided to do this series because I looked online and I checked that there really isn't much of a guide anywhere about Paladins and basically how to play the game. And yes, so I just wanted to start a series like that and, just give you the whole package. Now, it's going to take some time. I'm going to try at least t- three videos a week of this guide, and I'm just gonna try hammer everything in like as much time as possible. But anyway, let us get started. The first thing we're gonna look at in episode 1 of the guide for noobs is options. Now let's get it started. So once your game is fired up and you've finished your tutorial, you want to come down to options, and we're going to go through everything in the video section. So in the video section, what you want to go through is you want to enable use D3, D11 beta. This is going to improve your frame rate and all that jazz. And everything else here is really your choice except for gamma and FOV. You leave your gamma at 55. There's a bug in Paladins that if your gamma is not at 55, I don't know what the bug is, but I know there's a bug if you change that. And then another thing is FOV. You really want to use anything from 110 or even 100 and above. I think the default is 90 or 80. I'm not quite sure, but try to keep it above 100 because you see more with your FOV. And the smaller your FOV, the less you can see. But the easier it is to hit things because everything's just bigger. As well as the higher your FOV, the smaller the things are, the harder it is to hit. And FOV, remember, also messes around with your sensitivity. So don't be changing this willy-nilly, okay? Keep it at 110 or above, basically.
Field of view. Higher FOV will allow you to see more around you, but the enemies might seem a little smaller. Lower FOV will get less visibility, but the enemies will look a little bigger.
Okay, now next we're gonna go up to the audio section. This is also a section that has a lot of choice in it. Like you can probably even discredit everything I say here. Yeah, I switch off my in-game music because it's annoying, and you also want to switch off character music unless you really like that pesky Mave music. And we have enable voice chat and use voice chat push to talk. Now I suggest leaving both of these on so that you can speak to other people in a game if you really want to. Like most people don't use it, so you probably won't meet a lot of people. I mean, this is a free to play game and people are broke and don't have mics. So yeah. The next section is gameplay. This is the most important section. I think. Wait, probably second most important. Okay, let's get started. You want to keep your game tips enabled because you're a noob and you don't know what you're doing. And Paladins is just going to give you some tips. I don't know what the tips are. I haven't seen them in a long ass time. Then we have damage numbers, which are keep it at large. Trust me, you're on at large. You want to see what you're doing. Combat log, enable it. Always show play health, enable it. Show team UI, enable it. Show allied death marks, enable it. Heal feed, you want this enabled. Please enable this. Okay, next, auto purchase items. Disable this as soon as you understand how items work in Paladins. Please, I cannot tell you how important it is because even Paladins doesn't know what items to buy for you. Okay, so disable this. Reticle bloom, this is really a choice for you. It depends if you like it or not. I don't like it because it confuses me and makes me aim worse. Then we have reticle change over target. If you want it enabled or not, basically what it does is if you hover over a target, it changes the color of the reticle. So yeah, that's the thing. And then reticle color, self-explanatory. Reticle type, I will show you all the reticle types just now. now that you've seen all the radical types, let's see what else is here. Oh yes, show quarter eyes on team health bar. Okay, this is so important. Okay, you need to see this. You need to see when you're cauterized. Cauterized is such a strong item in the game, and we'll get to it sooner or later. So just keep it enabled, please. And then next is show card cooldowns. This is really your choice, but sometimes it does help to see when your in-game cards are gonna help. And yes, I think that is it for this section. And now probably the most important section in this. I want you to ignore everything here until we get to mouse smoothing. You want to disable mouse smoothing. It's like it's stupid. Don't put it on. Next, mouse sensitivity. I suggest keeping your sensitivity anything from 10 and below. And also know your mouse DPI. If you've got a mouse with 16,000 DPI, the lower you want to go, trust me. I play at 800 DPI with 4 sensitivity. And my scope sensitivity is just, this is for your snipers. And there are only 2 snipers in the game. So this is just for those 2 champions. I like mine slightly slower than my normal sensitivity because I think it makes me feel more accurate. So it's really your choice. And yeah, that is it in the control section. Next up is bindings. Yes, basically you can change your bindings if you don't like some of the bindings, and you can change it per champion. So you can have like a custom layout for each champion if you really feel that dedicated. And yeah, knock yourself out. I don't have time for that. I just use the default stuff most of the time. And yes, that is it. Okay. There is nothing else I can show you. And also, if you want to use a controller, knock yourself out. But bad idea. People with mice are gonna wreck you. Pretty much, yes, that is everything. I went through everything that I could. I know this is a boring section, but it is so critical. Don't worry, we're gonna get to the juicy stuff. I think next up is gonna be the game modes and items. So basically, I'm just gonna explain each game mode on the next episode and items. So tune in.